Ladies and gentlemen, today I am right again, which means something very horrible has happened again. The hidden dangers of gender affirming care. 55% of the trans women who have bottom surgery are in so much pain they need medical care years later. According to a study, dozens of cases and up to a third struggle to use the toilet or have funky funky. How does that make sense? Based on 80 patients who visited a clinic in Canada for follow-up treatment. Some patients receive procedures abroad where rules may not be as strict. Why would you do that? Why? Study bias as it is used on patients who came for post-op care on their own accord. Oh, vaginoplasty, patients reported bleeding, UTIs and sexual functions concerns. But you're gonna blame that too on the Republicans? Researchers call for a better post-operative care for newly popular procedure. No. I don't think the procedure has to happen anyway because everybody says it's beautiful and it's gangster.
So I just got diagnosed with vaginal stenosis, and like 8 months ago I got bottom surgery or gender confirmation surgery. So I had a PP and now I have a vagina. And let me just preface this by saying I do not regret getting surgery. I do not regret it. So I don't want any of y'all conservative ass bitches to twist my words. However, I knew recovery was gonna be hard, but nobody tells you that it could be this hard. It's basically when scar tissue gets built up inside of the vaginal canal to the point where it's like extremely tight and uncomfortable. And the thing is, for the first year after getting bottom surgery, you have to dilate your vagina religiously because it's a brand new canal that needs to be kept open religiously for the first year. And now that I have this stenosis, I physically cannot dilate. My vagina still has depth, but it's so tight to the point that it could start to close and form pockets that could lead to infection, which means that I have to get another surgery. I basically just have to get the surgery all over again and get my vagina replaced. And like, it's just so annoying. And it just sucks because my vagina has made me so happy, happier than I've ever been.
And they have to talk like that, as if it's a cure, as if it's the best thing. Because if you go against that, you know what they would tell you? You're not really a trans person. How? But they promote it like this.
People are really out here saying that trans Chuchi is the inferior product. I'm sorry. We have the designer, expensive, bougie coochie. Like, you're telling me if someone says, would you like this free paper bag that came with my groceries, or would you like this $35,000 bag? You're taking the designer Birkin, babe. Like, seriously, you're just mad because trans girls don't want to put trash like you in our designer bag.
They are promoting this as if it's a positive thing. Wait a second. Isn't the divorce rate super high? Isn't that officially a reason why people don't even want to marry? Isn't the divorce rate around 55% or something like that in the Western country? So we're not gonna get married, that's a negative thing. Why do you want to be privileged, old school conservative? But then the number of your own people is that high. And this is the painful part. Not even the snippety snip. The painful part is way higher. You're doing something to feel loved. But then in the end, the process of doing that makes no sense. I made already a video previously. A person had so much pain. They told me, well, I guess you're homosexual. Well, I guess you're asexual. Asexual, well, you don't like any. You can like, if my pee hurt me so much and I can have funky funky with my wife, am I asexual? I'm like, whoa.
You're right. I'm not funny. I don't have to be a clown.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just coping with this whole idea. I'm just coping. Because sometimes I get a smirk, a smile or whatever because I'm like, where are we going with this? Think about it. If you're gonna think, how did we reach so far? I'm like, very simple. Live and let live. You normalize something crazy, and when it becomes normal, people need a different level of crazy. Right now, a transgender woman raped 2 females with her penis. Her penis. So it's just gonna roll in that direction because there is no balance with reality. To the article, more than half of the trans women who have bottom surgery are in so much pain years later they need medical attention, a study suggests. Ching ching ching, money, nose freaking study. I had a video when they were like, hey, it's more money for us. So it's all about the money, no study, you don't need it. Up to a third of the patients also struggle to use the toilet or suffered sexual issues 12 months after the operation, which sees the patients transitioning from male to female given the surgical construction of a vagina. Hey people, I can show you the video. It's so bad. It's even in 3D, but you might barf again. Researchers from the Women's College Hospital in Canada, oh my god, Canada again, analyzed the medical records of 80 patients who sought care for the clinic between 3 months and 5 years after having the operation. Money, money, money! Campaigners say the findings demonstrate the complex surgery like vaginoplasty often carry risks that patients are unaware of.
Is not respecting the law.
Unaware of. At the time when there has been dramatic uptick in numbers of gender reconstruction surgeries in US and Canada. Think about it. Look at this. Pain, dilated concern, bleeding, sexual function concern, vaginal discharge, vaginal thinner, urinary issue, wound healing issue, aesthetic what the heck, hair in oh my god, anatomic irregularization, mental health concern, duh, loss of depth, it's a hole, it's healing, it's not this skin, it's the skin on the inside. Do you know how good it heals on the inside? Do you know how good your tongue heals when it gets cut? You can almost remove the tongue and it stitches back. It heals. Now you have to keep that open. Amen. Malodor. Yes, that's an issue too. I read about that. Vaginal canal closure. Duh. It's like this. Piercing for the ring. Remove it. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to close. Numbness. You're not gonna climax anymore. Vaginal dryness. People, bottom surgeries such as vaginoplasty and paleoplasty, genital reconstruction undergone by women transition to men cost $2,500. $2,500. Imagine you wasted $2,500 to feel like a woman, only for them later when you don't feel comfortable with the decisions and the pain, like the person in the last video I did, that tell you, well, maybe you're homosexual or maybe you're asexual. Look, all I'm trying to say is, as a person that was told in a negative way that I'm a fat, right, as a kid, and nobody really liked me as a person, I had such a gangster dysphoria against masculinity that was a time that I started actually thinking consistently that, hey, I might be gay. I was a very skinny kid. I had no body hair. And I was rather feminine. My voice was like a woman. If that even made me think I'm gay, that one time I thought, you know what? If everybody calls me like that, I don't want to be a woman, but I feel like a woman. Everybody tells me I'm a woman. I have no friends. Guess what? I started walking one day to a gay club and something just hit me in my head like,
By the way, I feel great.
what the heck are you doing? Go back, play PlayStation, be a gangster, hold on, and just chill your ass. But imagine you have the whole school and the doctors that tell you, I know better than you. You're used to that message that I'm a doctor, I know what I'm saying. Now a psychiatrist, a therapist, and even the hospital tell you that. Do you telling me that it will not mess your head? If you think that's not possible, you must be special. Maybe certain people will have to try their best to be happy with themselves without spending any money. But you have a lot of these people that don't even dare to do that because of social anxiety, because they're always inside, never outside. They can deal with the real world, and you're telling them, do this, and you can't deal with it. What do you think is going to happen to them when they go outside and it doesn't work? Don't blame Republicans. Don't blame conservatives. Don't blame people. I live by this rule. I always blame myself because that is the only way I could have grown without a mom, without an eye, and being black at a white school. Once you conquer yourself, life is way better. I'm not saying the world is perfect, but if you want a perfect world to be good, and you're gonna change yourself, amen, I pity you, man. It's not the way. But anyway, I don't want to rant on hating you, especially when you already did this and you accidentally find this video, because this is your new gangster journey. And I wish you the best. I really mean it. But something has to change, because these people only care about the money. And you're just a problem in their way once you already transition. Stay strong. Let me know what you people think about this thing. Like, share, the usual. Peace.